when you think about what's happening in America. And again, these things happen in stages, and you've been there to see how societies break down, how its weakest, most vulnerable members are often the kind of leading edge of how we see the kind of destruction of the structures that protect people. Where do you think we are on that? And we don't want to be alarmist. You know, nobody's saying women will not be allowed to go to school in America, but the rights of women are being rolled back and being challenged in the United States today. I think there's no question about that. Where are we on a continuum to war?
Well, I think we are moving along on that continuum. I think some exceptionally worrisome things have happened. And it seems to me that the leaders who are in a position to be well-informed and believable, they kind of censor themselves. They don't want to go so far as to call things for what they are. Let's leave the White House for a minute and go to the Taliban. Can you imagine a government saying women are not allowed to speak? And the leader, he said, a woman's voice causes a man to sin. This is depravity. This is sexual depravity. That if you speak, I will have to rape you. And we're not paying attention to that. Now, you can take a version of that to the United States today. And where are we? Why aren't we saying these things? In the United States, it took until yesterday for even Democratic senators to say that this call for fentanyl was rubbish. You know, with the free trade agreement, you have to have a security issue before you can break it. So they made that up, the fentanyl thing. And nobody really in their government said it to you. What is the matter with people? Their job is to serve their people, not to keep their limo and their car service.
Project 2025 was treated as, this terrifying document in efforts to keep, this very situation from happening. So I went and read it, and I encourage people to read it. It's 900 pages, but it's readable, and it's kind of a coherent ideological worldview from the right. Where it comes to gender issues, socially conservative issues around the family, we haven't yet seen those. We've started to see some of those policies, but not really from the Trump administration in full force. That's where I get a little concerned about when you talk about rolling back rights that could set women back. Are the structures, the policies, the systems we have in place in this part of the world strong enough that those efforts they don't have any hope of succeeding?
Well, they are strong enough. But if you elect someone who doesn't give a damn about those things, they roll back. And then they go to court and they spend 10 years trying to sort it out in court while the human rights are lost to people. You know, there's a thing about populist men in power that feel stronger by removing human rights rather than embracing human rights. It's almost the way we can test a government. And this is also attached to the economy. It was Jeffrey Sachs, the great world economist, who said the status of women in the economy are directly related. Where one's flourishing, so is the other. Where one's in the ditch, so is the other. Well, I think a kid in grade 5 could figure that out today. And yet we're not paying attention to it.